Live from the TechTalk studios in the nation's capital and the heartland of America. It's TechTalk.
Well, hello and welcome. It's time for Tech Talk. I'm Brad Koss. My co-host, Dr. Jay Greenstein. Jay, it is Christmas. And if everybody's got a Christmas wish, it's to listen to this episode of Tech Talk, which is going to be our Christmas special, buddy. How's it going with you today? Yeah.
It's going great, man. I'm super excited about the holiday. I get to just kind of chill out and relax and spend some time with the family. So it's good, man. How about you?
You know, we're a little late getting started. The elves are upstairs decorating right now. And I'm trying my hardest to get in the Christmas spirit, buddy. But we've got two great guests today that are going to help me do that, I think. Why don't you introduce and let's get started on this journey of Christmas experience?
I would love to. So this young lady needs no introduction. Those of you who have seen her speak at the FCA and other places around the world, Dr. Brie Gindele. Brie, what's up, young lady?
Hi. I'm one of the elves decorating.
I love it. I love it. And you know what's super cool is like we're getting to share a stage again. And we also get to share a stage with our next guest that I'm going to introduce. But this time it's just virtual. We're just not actually on the stage together. Yeah. But it's cool.
It is.
And Cindy Howard,
hey.
Dr. Cindy Howard.
Dr. Jay.
The world famous Dr. Cindy Howard. We are so excited to have you back. This is your second journey on our podcast. I think you were rated number 1 on the podcast for like a record number of weeks. And it's just awesome to have you back here, Cindy.
You know what? I had to come back because let's see. Number 1, I think we talked about sex, poop, and all kinds of other stuff. And then who beat me? My good friend Mark talking about the CARES Act. Like, seriously.
I know.
What is wrong with your listeners? That bumped me out of first place. That is unacceptable.
I know, so like Mark, public policy versus sex.
Put you back down to number 2.
Yeah, public policy versus sex. I mean, come on. What are we talking about here?
And we invited Brie to be part of it to help you right along, Cindy, to become one of those outrageous guests that everybody loves to listen to.
We got there.
Apparently, I need help, Brie. So come on,
we are the Khaleesi of these podcasts.
I love it.
I love it.
Well, guys, we're here. This is our Christmas special. Last year we did it actually and talked to the North Pole. So, so this year we're expecting big things from you. So let's start out by Brie. Why don't you talk to us a little bit about Christmas, how it's coming to your house, what you're planning on doing this year?
Well, I am ridiculously obnoxious when it comes to Christmas. I have 6 trees in my house. I have about 15 outside. I do a Christmas tree farm out there. And I change all my pictures. I go nuts. So look.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Got the mistletoe going. So yeah, we're just excited to, do Christmas. I'm going to make some red meat on Christmas.
What kind of red meat? Wait, what kind of red meat?
I haven't decided. I'm thinking filet.
Tenderloin. Go tenderloin.
I was thinking tenderloin. Yeah. No. What do you think, Jay?
Brisket.
I don't know.
A brisket.
Prime rib. Some prime rib, maybe?
No. Then you got to come back for Hanukkah, Chris. Brad. If it's brisket, it's Hanukkah.
I'm sorry.
Hey, Cindy, Jews are not the only people that are allowed to eat brisket. Other people can eat brisket.
It can't be true. Is that true?
I love
It's true.
I love brisket.
Does it make a difference if it's smoked or not? Does that matter?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
I love it anyway. It's brisket, man.
Yeah.
I was just in Dallas and I went to this barbecue place. These guys took me to this really awesome place. And I was like, I came up and I was like, I'm looking at the pulled pork and the ribs. And I'm like, what's the special here? He's like, brisket.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't like brisket. He's like, no, you got to try the brisket.
Yeah.
And you know what? I tried it. Still don't like brisket.
Really?
Just, it's like well done meat. Like, I don't know. Not a fan.
I'm with you.
So what about you, Cindy? What do you got planned for the Christmas holiday?
The Christmas holiday, my holiday's over, man. So let's see. Christmas is going to be like pajamas and naps and quiet time because I just don't do anything on Christmas. But that's okay. It's good. I get the house to myself, little quiet time. It's good.
And Brad, what about you, man?
You know what? We're going to gear up right after Christmas and head to Phoenix to go to the bowl game and watch the Cowboys play. And so we're sort of excited to get on that trip and go. And Christmas, as the grandkids, it's a fun time. We're probably not going to decorate as much. Brie, I don't have 6 trees, but I have 4. And one of the trees is OSU orange. And we decorate it with all the Oklahoma State ornaments that we've collected over the years. And then one of the trees is the keepsake tree, which are when I was a little boy, my mom made ornaments and saved all of those old ornaments. And so we have a keepsake tree that we put all of those on. And then we have the big designer tree, sort of like what you got in the back, the 12-footer that, my wife makes fun of me because I have to do some funky theme for Christmas every year. Last year, I put a ladder with an elf wrapping the lights around the tree, and I thought it was pretty cool, but she thinks I'm a little goofy because I do those kind of things. So
I like that. That's cool. You got to take some pictures, you guys. Brie, I want to see your tree farm. And Brad, I got to see the Oklahoma State tree.
Yeah,
for sure.
Absolutely.
That needs to be posted.
All right, so Jay, I'm going to run downstairs and I'm going to take my new tree that my flamingo is in, and I'm going to hang my Hanukkah balls on them, and that'll become my Christmas tree.
I like it. I love it.
I was just thinking, if I'm taking a picture of my tree farm and he's doing his tree, Cindy, I really want to see a picture of you with those earrings with that hat riding a bull.
You know what? I can make that happen.
I think it would be really sweet.
I might even have that video already, actually.
You actually might have that video.
Probably from a previous pro football chiropractic sport event, actually, I think. I have that video somewhere.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's out there.
I love it.
Then do they become bull balls?
Oh, that was bad, Brad. That was bad.
I'm sorry. Well, there's
they started out blue, so
Don't even get me going on that one. Jay, you should have jumped in on that one, buddy.
Now we got to get Keith in on this thing.
Right? He doesn't have that problem.
So, Brad, I love the fact that your mom made ornaments because Courtney's mom makes ornaments too. Like every year, like we have a tree here and it's great. I love it. It's just beautiful. I love Christmas lights. I love trees. It's just beautiful. But every year she makes these awesome artistic ornaments and it's really cool. Like we've got so many. Yeah. We've got like ornaments of our puppies. Like she's made ornaments of our puppies. That's how
same
awesome
thing for us. We have the same thing. Yeah. Well, we continued that tradition when I had kids and now I have grandkids. Every year I do a unique ornament and I hand label it and put the date and everything on it. So we've continued that tradition and give those on packages to the kids every year. And, my mom was a special, but man, I remember back into those days, we had the aluminum Christmas tree. Have you ever seen an aluminum Christmas tree with the color wheel on it? Cause you couldn't put the electric lights on it. Yeah. I go way back, man.
You guys make me.
If I was going to do it, if I was going to have a tree, I would want a real one though. Cause I love the smell of a fresh cut tree. Yeah. So I would absolutely go through the hassle of that.
They smell so good. And we use them once we're done with them. We actually use them for kindling for our fire pit. It's like the best fire starting shit ever. That shit just goes up in flames. Yeah. It's nuts. Yeah.
We have a dog that's got allergies, so we can't do real trees because of that. So, but I love
So, Brad, how many people are you going to have coming over?
We'll probably have 15 this year. We do Christmas Eve is the big package opening day. And then, 2 of the grandkids will come over for Christmas morning, and I'll do some kind of a brunch thing with homemade cinnamon rolls. Hey, listen.
What'd you say, Brie?
Jackfruit.
Yeah.
What's that?
You make fun of that, don't you?
No, I'm not making fun of it. You have taught me some amazing recipes using jackfruit. I have several cans right now ready to go. Yeah. Just the weird seed things I can't get over.
You don't know what jackfruit is?
No.
So jackfruit is a tropical fruit. Now? It's about a foot long. It's got this real coarse green skin on it. And I use it for vegetarian cooking. It is the best meat substitute. You cut it up. I buy it in cans, brined, and it's got these really long fibers. So when you cook it right and season it right, it's a great mimic for pulled pork.
Brisket!
Or brisket.
And Jay, you can actually eat it. That would be Dr. Cindy approved on the diet plan.
All right. I'm going to have to try it now.
I'll make you a brisket.
I do.
Jackfruit brisket. Challenge. I'm going to make a brisket, and we're going to do a blind little, like the Pepsi Coke thing. We'll do a little blind taste test of the brisket. We'll see.
That's a good one.
I like it.
Well,
are you guys going to be back in Florida early next year? Are you guys going to be back in Florida early next year for FCA?
Yeah.
The February one?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Cindy's not.
I won't do February because my boys will hopefully be at, they'll be at regionals for wrestling. So I don't do anything in February because I wrestle. But I'll be at all the other events and an extra one actually in Orlando in March too for the, biennium for those that didn't show up for the last 2 years and we got to get it in. Yeah. Slackers. Yeah. And they're going to stay awake through the whole program. I'm going to make it the most boring thing on the planet and force them to stay awake because, last minute.
That's great.
That's right.
Hey guys, let's take a quick break. We're going into this and let's take a quick break. We'll be back with our very special Christmas guest. I'm Brad Koss, my co-host, Dr. J. Greenstein.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
As a Chiro Health USA provider, we're excited to work with you to identify which of your discounts are good, bad, or illegal. Most chiropractors bend over backwards to make their care affordable. Unfortunately, dual fee schedules, false claims, inducement violations, and time of service discounts can all put you at risk. And, no offense, everybody's doing it doesn't work with auditors. At Chiro Health USA, we're here to help protect and grow your practice. Just listen to our provider stats. 20% overall practice growth versus 2019. Over 50% of CHUSA patients renew their membership year after year. Over 2,500 patients per month use our provider search directory to find a CHUSA provider. At Chiro Health USA, our purpose is simple. It's to improve the quality of life for our doctors, their teams, and their patients. With over 5,000 providers and nearly 1 million patients, Chiro Health USA is the network that works for chiropractic. For more information, call 888-719-9990 or visit www.chirohealthusa.com.
Hey everybody, this is Dr. Jay Greenstein.
This is Jay Greenstein.
With me today is Dr. Jay Greenstein.
Dr. Jay Greenstein.
The world around us, and healthcare specifically, is changing at an exponential pace. Chiropractic is perfectly positioned like we have never been right now today to be more successful and to be more impactful for the communities and patients that we serve. There are all sorts of evidence-based guidelines that support the use of non-pharmacological approaches. But what I want America to know is that health doesn't come from a pill. It's our responsibility as healthcare providers to educate the community about the evidence that exists. We really need to have a private practice app, something that will help us engage with our patients in ways that they've never experienced before. The intersection of technology and quality care is where the future of healthcare is at, and I'm really excited to bring that forward in the future.
Listen to the future of healthcare with the data jocks of talk. It's Tech Talk.
Well, welcome back. It's Tech Talk. I'm Brad Koss, my co-host, Dr. Jay Greenstein, and two of my very special friends, Cindy and Brie. Guys, thank you for being with us today for our Christmas special. So we've talked a little bit about Christmas, but what is going to happen with New Year's? Brie, what are you doing for New Year's?
I'm going to Key West, baby.
Key West.
Wow.
Yes, I'm so excited. I've never rode the boat. And so I planned to go for just New Year's Eve, and we got the boat tickets. And then I was like, how fucking stupid are we? We're not riding that boat home on New Year's Day, right? It's like the dumbest idea. So we extended it an extra night. So we're going for 2 nights, gonna rock out. And I have we got all these different outfits because we don't know what's gonna happen. I even got a Roaring 20 flapper girl.
You know what? Down there, you got to get the body painting, the full on naked. Oh, no, really.
Yeah, she's right.
New Year's body painting.
Do they paint on boobs? Will they give you?
They do.
They paint everywhere, Brie. Everywhere.
Will they add on?
Sure. Where do you need to add on to, Brie?
Oh, I need some in the top part. Yeah.
I'm sure if you get the right artist to do that, they can accentuate in a way that, that pops the 3D a little bit more. I'm sure they can make that happen for you.
A little bit of shading.
Oh my God. Listen, I've had it done. I'm telling you, it's phenomenal what they can do.
Really?
I think I've seen
another picture.
I've seen a picture of you, Cindy, with full on body paint. Yeah.
I did share the picture with you guys. I think we were breaking bread, and yes, the full on naked painted everything. I think you got everything, Brad.
Yeah, and Brie, be sure to do that with your kids while you're in Key West, okay?
I actually tried to talk my kids into doing that from the waist up backward, like a family picture of body paint. I can't talk them into doing it.
I think
they won't go. So funny. So hey, so Brie, weren't you just down in Key West? You were somewhere having fun.
I was me.
Yeah,
I was in Isla Mirada area.
Oh, I like it there. Cool. It's pretty.
Yeah, definitely had some fun there too. But I did have my kids, so we did a lot of snorkeling. And it was cold.
Really?
Yeah, I don't recommend the body paint and then the snorkeling. It tends to wash off and get a little blurry. So maybe next trip.
Kind of defeats the purpose.
Totally. And it's, yeah.
So what are you doing?
Paint at that point and have a little fun and do it yourself. There's no reason to hire a professional.
Is the body paint edible?
I'm sure they make body paint that's edible.
Do we want to ask?
They make body paint that's edible.
Yes, Brad, we want to know.
Yeah, I'm going to raise my hand. Why do you want to know about edible body paint?
I was asking for
Why wouldn't you?
She's coming with me. She wanted to know.
Brad, what's wrong with you?
I mean, you spend all that time painting. Why wouldn't it be fun to just lick that off? I mean,
I know, Cindy. Exactly.
Okay.
Brad is, for those of you that are just listening and not watching, Brad is bright red. He's like redder than my Santa hat now.
No. That's okay. I would expect that from Cindy. Brie is opening my eyes.
Edible and flavored. I mean, you got strawberry for the red. You got a little chocolate licorice maybe for the black color. I mean, this could be really, Brad, we got to get you out a little bit more. We're going to bring you out of the house. We're going to have a full-on body painting FCA session. What do you think?
I like it.
You think
no,
so?
You don't. Look at your face. He's like,
okay, Cindy, what are you going to do for New Year's? Come on, you got to be doing something fun.
So, well, you know what? We actually do something very quiet for New Year's, and it's just been a family tradition all along. I buy a ridiculous amount of crab legs that could probably be equivalent to somebody's mortgage payment. And I make this just fantastic dinner, and we make ourselves completely sick on crab. And then it's wonderful because I'm usually asleep about 9:30. And then I have to look at my Life 360 app to see what time the children actually came home on New Year's, because I usually miss the Dick Clark drop of the ball special. But we spend family time. We don't do the out. We just don't do the out thing with the drinking and all that nonsense. We've stayed home for a lot of years, and it's really nice. We really enjoy that family time.
So Jay, what do you do? You're in the big DC, man. What do you do for New Year's? Special time?
Yeah, I'm kind of in the Cindy camp. I mean, there's a lot of people out there for amateur night, and it's just not fun. So it's so funny. I actually, many times I'll get some steak, and I'll also buy a lobster, a whole lobster down at the DC Wharf. And we just cook up some really good food and chill out and have some good wine, maybe some champagne. And sometimes we make it to midnight. Sometimes we don't, which is, it's kind of sad, but it's cool. We have a good time. Sometimes we'll listen to music, and if we're listening to music and drinking, we're staying up. But if we're not listening to music, a lot of times after we eat, we're like, oh, okay, time to go to bed.
But see, you have a huge advantage being on the East Coast, Jay, because all you got to do is flip on the news station from California or Hawaii or something, and you can do New Year's hours early. It still counts.
No, it's later in California, silly.
Yeah.
No. Oh, that's right. Okay, so you got to go to Europe.
Right. I've got to go to the European.
So you got to channel a Swedish channel, and then you can do it like 7 hours. What do you 6 hours? So you're 6 hours, right? Oh, I did. You see, it's that post-COVID brain. It's just
it's a good thing I learned Swedish recently because, I now can turn on the Swedish New Year event.
They speak English over there.
Have any of you ever been to New York City for the ball drop in person and live? That's on my bucket list. That's on my bucket list to do.
Yeah, I left there on New Year's Eve about 3 years ago. We flew out. It's nuts. You don't want to be there. You have to wear
not fun.
Yeah.
It's not fun. The crowds are ridiculous. The pushing, the shoving, and the ball. I kid you not. And Brie, you can probably confirm or deny my truth. The ball looks like it's literally about this big. Yeah. It's so anticlimactic to see this thing that really, I would pull it off the bucket list and pick something a little more fun.
I met a young lady many, many years ago that her office is right across the street from the ball. Matter of fact, her window looks out even with the ball when it's all the way down. And she's invited us to come. They do a big New Year's party at their office and thing. And I thought that might be fun. But I just wanted to do the hotel package, where you don't have to worry about the crowds. They have the roped off area. You step out for the the last hour and back in. And it's you watch it on TV for so much, and we love New York City now. I think New York City has really changed in the last 2 or 3 years. It may not be as fun as it used to be, but I just love the energy of a big city like that.
Yeah, I love New York too. I have great experiences in the city and haven't been back since, the world went a little berserk. But yeah, if you do it a little more remotely protected, special, upper echelon, right? Yep. Versus being down on the ground. It's
Exactly.
Yeah. New York is really fun for New Year's. I've been to New York for New Year's. I didn't do the whole ball drop Times Square thing. There's no way I'm doing that. But being in the city, if it's planned out right, you got a good hotel and you've got all of your things that you want to do in walking distance, so you don't have to worry about getting a cab. It's a shit ton of fun. It is a lot of fun.
Yeah. I just, it's just one of those things. You watch it on TV so often and it makes you want to try it in person, but times have changed.
So what would your second choice be for where would you like to be on New Year's if you couldn't go to New York?
Well, we also love scuba diving, and our favorite place is a little island off of Papeete by Bora Bora called Moorea, and it's a really sort of still non-commercialized island. You still stay in the grass huts over the water, and it is you really go to scuba dive and enjoy just the water, the beautiful water. And so that's actually where we got married, was on the beach there at sunset by the village elder. And we'd like to we haven't been back since then, and we would like to go back and dive one more time and do that. So I think that might be a fun New Year's for sort of a quiet, out of the way. But the thing is, that's 6 or 7 hours after our time. So you got a big time change there.
So how long does it take you to get there from Oklahoma City?
So you can celebrate again in California then.
Yeah. Jay, we went to, because it's a territory of France, we had to have a marriage license beforehand. So we thought, what would be funner than going to one of the little chapels in Las Vegas? So we went to Las Vegas as a stopover and got married at the Little White Chapel in Las Vegas, as people are driving up and down the boulevard screaming, "It's not too late." And it was just a great memory. And so from there to Los Angeles to Papeete, I think it was about 12 or 13 hours all together to get there. Yeah. You get there about 6 o'clock in the morning in Papeete, which is the big city. And then you've got to fly on these little puddle jumpers because the islands are not big enough to have very big runways. And so it was sort of an eye-opening experience, but it was a blast.
That's awesome.
What about you, Brie? Any other alternatives than Key West?
This year? Where else would I want to be?
In the future.
Oh, God, yeah. I mean, traveling, I think I was a gypsy in another life. I really can't go more than like 3 months without going somewhere. And prior to COVID, everyone knows, prior to COVID, I was obsessed with going out of the country. But, I think now with everything changing, I want to kind of get to know the U.S. more. I want to do more U.S. travel. I think it would be really fun to go and see parts of Utah and Wyoming and Washington. I want to go to Washington State. I haven't been there. So just start like checking other places out. Some big little cities.
I think what we got to do is we got to get like the executive directors of these state associations to be reaching out to us and booking us for some speaking gigs, right, Cindy?
Yeah, actually, I'm doing Utah this year. I'm pretty excited about that because then we're going to go. Keith's going to come with me. We're going to go down and do like Zion National Park and all that fun stuff and
go to Bryce.
Really, take a week and we're going to go glamping, which kind of scares me just a little bit because
you'll be fine.
Yeah, but I got to just make sure I can plug in the hairdryer.
You're glamping. Yeah, you will.
Yeah. So I'm a little nervous because but we're going to try it. The stars, all that good stuff. And as long as the hair isn't frizzy, I'm happy. So we'll see.
Cindy, go to Bryce. Go to Bryce Canyon.
We're going to do that too. Yeah. We're going to make the whole kind of tour down and take, 7 or 8 days to do all the hiking and all that fun nature stuff after I get done speaking. So I'm excited about Utah. And then we're going to Alaska together.
That's right.
Yes, we are.
We are actually doing a podcast next year from the Alaska Chiropractic Association.
That's awesome.
Cool. Can I like photobomb in the back of whoever you have?
You can do anything.
Maybe we'll have you again, Cindy. You never know.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Jay?
Maybe we'll have you again.
I would love that.
Yeah.
You know that. I'll never say no to you guys. I can do that.
It is very different conference than most conferences. They feed you about every 3 hours. And nice. I would suggest going up. We went up 10 days before the conference last time, and it was a beautiful fall, and we drove all over Alaska, and it was a blast. We had a great time, and I look forward to going back. Yeah, it was.
I have a funny story about that. I've never been. This will be my first time, and I'm super excited. And I actually got a lovely invite to come to Alaska quite a few years ago from my friend Jim Martin, who is the delegate for the ACA for Alaska. And Jim has the most amazing, he hunts. Okay. So sorry if any of you are against that, but he's got the most beautiful furs from some of the animals that he's hunted. His pictures are absolutely amazing. Right. So whether you think good of it or not, it doesn't matter. The rugs are beautiful. So I said, I want a bear rug. They're the coolest. I actually have in my bedroom, I've got this huge cowhide. I love it. I want a bear rug for the bedroom. Right. So he says, I will absolutely get you a bear rug. And I said, great. When can I expect that? And he said, well, you're going to come out because every year and I'll probably butcher the story a little bit if he's listening. Sorry, Jim, but him and a bunch of his friends literally take a helicopter and get dropped wherever remote, it is where there's no help or human beings or hospitals anywhere in the remote part of Alaska. And he's like, we hunt bear. He's like, so you are welcome to come. And I'm like, oh my God, that sounds so amazing. What do I do? And what do I bring? He's like, well, you're going to hold the bacon. And I said, what do you mean I'm going to hold the bacon? And he goes, well, somebody has to attract the bears. And then as the bear comes to eat the bacon, we shoot them. And I'm like, you know what? I just don't need the bear rug that badly. Thank you. And I just didn't go.
I think he's pulling your leg, Cindy.
No, I actually don't think he is. I don't. I think he was quite serious.
I don't know.
So the bear rug is so the cow rug hide we'll just have to do.
We'll just have to do
a couple of months' time. Yeah.
Well, listen, guys, we're going to take another break. We'll be right back with our special guest. Merry Christmas from TechTalk. This episode is sponsored by InfinEDI. In the modern age of electronic data interchange, InfinEDI is committed to helping clinicians get paid fast so that they can spend less time tracking claims and more times with patient. As a pro advocate For the healthcare industry, we create tools that make sense for electronic claim processing and business analytics. Couple that with superior support team, and we strive to ensure that your business is performing at its best. InfinEDI, committed to the future of claim processing.
Hi, I'm Dave Klein, co-founder and director of business development for PayDC, the chiropractic industry's leading developer of cloud-based integrated practice management software. PayDC is fast, easy, and affordable to use. PayDC will significantly help you improve your practice in 3 main areas. Number 1, it will help you reduce the amount of time needed for training. Number 2, it will help you increase your revenues, both from insurance companies and your patients. And number 3, the system is based on federal law, improving the quality of your documentation and helping you tell a better story of how you care for your patients.
Down.
Let's slow it down.
With the hot data jocks of talk. It's Tech Talk.
What's up, everybody? We are back. It is Tech Talk, and I'm here with 3 very good friends. We are having so much fun. My co-host, Mr. Brad Cost, and 2 amazing doctors of chiropractic warriors, Dr. Brie Gindele and Dr. Cindy Howard. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the last segment of the show, and I think really what I'm curious about with all you guys is, what are you most looking forward to in 2022? So Brad, let's start with you, man. Like, what are you most excited about for next year?
You know, I've got some really cool things happening in my companies, and I'm very excited about bringing those to out to the world, to the healthcare world. And so I've worked on those for many years, and I'm just super excited to do that. I'm going to try to make some personal changes and not work 70-hour weeks in 2022. You know, so that's sort of my goals for next year.
I love it. I love it. And you, Cindy?
Yeah. So you know what? I'm gonna do the boring thing first, and then I'll give you the exciting professional thing. But like, I'm just really excited to see, you know, my kids do what they do through their sports and school and changes, and like, you know, they're getting older and they're growing up, and I'm doing a good job because they're getting out eventually, and you know, just really spending some good quality family time with the kids, because as they get older, you know, that may get a little less, but. Professionally, I think the thing I'm super excited about is I'm finally finishing up my book. It's been 8 years in the making.
All right.
And we're down to final edits and working with, you know, some PR companies to get it out, because I want to stand on a stage of 50,000 people and be the funny Tony Robbins of healthcare, but not really Tony Robbins, and be the Cindy Howard. And one day Tony Robbins is going to open for me, and I hope he's listening, because that's really going to happen. And I just think it's going to open up a lot of doors, and I'm actually very, very proud of it, and just can't wait to share it.
That's great, Cindy. So when is it supposed to come out?
Oh, I don't know. So, you know, that's all up to, you know, the PR firm and the timing and all the prep work before, and lining up gigs, you know, prior to the book, so people are actually excited to read the book. So I don't really have a timeline. I think, you know, just I'm super excited about the accomplishment that, you know, it's finally in final edits at least. So I took that step to get it off my, you know, my laptop and into somebody's hands who can really clean it up and help me organize it. And I have a great, you know, it's funny. He's my ghostwriter. He's not a ghostwriter. I wrote the book, but I hired somebody to just, you know, organize it and make it so that it's publishable, because it's my first one. And so he's finishing it up for me and doing actually a really, really great job. That's awesome. Very excited.
Can't wait to read it.
Yeah. I will send you a signed copy. You're actually in the book, Jay.
Well, all right.
Oh, man.
You are. You're in the book. I mean, you know, it's not the sex section, so I'm sorry about that. But you know, there's a small. You're in there. I mean, you walked through that journey a little bit with me when I walked through Hodgkin's, so it's important. Yeah.
Awesome. I love it. Can't wait to have it out. Can't wait to read it, and can't wait to have you share it with the world. It's good stuff,
Thanks.
Cindy. Good stuff. And Brie, what about you? 2022. What's going on, girl?
First, I want to ask Cindy, can you give us a teaser? Do you have a title for it? Something to look out for?
Yeah. So here's what's funny. So, you know, when I get up and I speak, I can write 40,000 hours worth of material. And if you ask me what to call it, I have no idea. So the original working title was My Pregnancy is Worse Than Cancer. And that has actually now become a chapter in the book. So we're toying with things like, a tantrum, a helicopter ride, and and my journey to find happiness in the bottom of a chemo bag. So I don't have the official title yet. We're still playing with it. There's a couple versions that I'm trying to get some input on, and the PR company will probably make that final decision. Because it's just hard. It's just hard. And I want the title to exude a little bit of health, a little bit of funny, a little bit of self-help, because that's what the book is really all about. So it's hard to do that, but something in that neighborhood is what you'll see.
Okay.
Cool. Great question, Brie.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, now you're up. 2022.
2022. Well, I have a whole fresh start next year with everything in my world. So I'm really excited. I get to focus on my business, and that's my kids. I want to travel with them a lot. Snorkeling is one of the things that we love to do. So I wrote down what you said, Brad, and we will be going there. But yeah, I want to travel with them. But I am 40 years old. And so I really want to focus on working a lot less, but making a lot more money. So I have to find this balance. So that's my goal of 2022, is to really set all of that in place so that the next few years I can just make it all happen. And, I just say I want to work on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then Thursday through Sunday watch, dolphins float by while my feet are kicked up on my back patio.
I love it.
And you can do that, Brie. You absolutely can.
Yeah. Thanks. Well, and that's my year. This is going to be my year.
Good.
So Jay, 2022, what's going to happen to Dr. Jay Greenstein?
Yeah, I'm so excited, very similar to what's already been said a bit, and all of you know this, but we are redeveloping our technology, and we are literally starting development on Thursday. And we are beginning, we finalized the UX piece, and we're beginning the user interface, the design, actually, what it looks like. And that whole process is just crazy exciting. It's also crazy scary because we're going down this road that we've never gone down before. The way that we're developing this app is so much different than the original technology. But if we do this, or when we do this, we're going to have a significant impact on the world. So I'm pretty tenacious, and I won't stop until we do. So that's what I'm really most excited about from a business perspective. From a personal perspective, I feel like I'm definitely getting healthier. I'm working out more. I'm working with Cindy. We need to work a little bit closer together on my diet, but I feel like 2022 is going to be a great year for my health. So I'm looking forward to that. And also my mental health, I've definitely had some struggles over the years, and I've talked about this in my 2-minute drills, and I'm looking forward to working with some folks that can help me be the best and healthiest and happiest version of myself. So looking forward to take that mental health journey as well. So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to.
That's great, man. I can see you accomplishing that. I think you have a major impact on people already. I've enjoyed our last 2 years together teaching and having fun doing TechTalk. And, I look forward to all the great things. I hear pieces, I see little pieces of it, but I'm anxious to see that final product. And how it turns out. Well, Cindy, Brie, I want to stop and say thank you for spending the hour with us today. And I hope each of you have the merriest holidays and the happiest New Year's. And I look forward to interacting with both of you next year at the conferences. And Merry Christmas from myself to you.
Thanks, Merry
Thanks,
Christmas.
Brad. Merry Christmas to all of you, and Happy New Year, and happy mental health. Let's throw that in too.
Yeah.
Cheers to mental health.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah, absolutely. From myself, Brad Cost, my co-host, Dr. Jay Greenstein, have a good day.
Love you guys. Bye.
Love you back.
I love you.